There's a saying, when the devil ignores you, then you know you're doing something wrong.
There's a platitude: when Satan overlooks you, then you realize you're accomplishing something wrong. Right? I'm not done. As of late, Diddy has confronted huge examination because of claims encompassing his problematic activities inside the business. One of his ex-young lady companions blamed him for guaranteeing that he took advantage of her whenever he furnished her with potential open doors in the amusement world. Quite a few unmistakable craftsmen, including Feline Williams, Kevin Hart, and Usher V approached to share their encounters, proposing that Diddy might play had an influence in threatening them and undermining their vocations through unlawful means. Adding to the contention, Denzel Washington has likewise entered the discussion, charging that Diddy pressured him into going to a wild occasion. When Washington discredited these cases, Diddy endeavored to move the fault, hinting that Denzel was truly answerable for such gatherings anyway. Reality has all the earmarks of being not the same as Diddy's affirmations that Denzel would leave the gatherings early. I followed Denzel out. I'm out to see what I'm talking about, in light of the fact that when you leave 30 minutes for Satan arrive, it ain't nothing bad about hitting up the gatherings, even Christ's party, from an unassuming start. As a TV entertainer prowling in the shadows, he has risen like a phoenix to guarantee his place as a pioneer in this present reality, where dreams frequently blur. He stands tall as just the second African American entertainer to grip that sought-after Oscar for Best Entertainer, yet his popularity doesn't stop at that brilliant statuette. This man has a hunger for jobs that rise above fiction, embracing genuine personas with elegance. Individuals say, gracious, the trouble of making a film I'm similar to. Send your child to Iraq, that is troublesome. It's simply a film. It's like unwind, conveying this persona. He has forever been in the front seat to discuss each bad behavior that is happening in the business. And this time he is taking a poke at, in all honesty, Diddy and his gatherings. I feel that since within all of us, we have something pulling at us, advising us to trust in something, to have confidence in something, imagine, that is regular, that is the God in us. Discussing this, Diddy's gatherings have forever been the subject of discussions by many individuals in the business. Prestigious virtual entertainment powerhouse, business person, wine producer, and creator Josh Ostrowski, well known by his web-based said entertainment moniker, the Fat Jew, has purportedly uncovered a frightening experience, including Diddy and his partners living in the U.S. Josh Ostrowski is perceived for his diverse profession and huge presence on different virtual entertainment stages. Euroism, many individuals felt one way and many individuals felt the alternate way. I kind of got sort of set into the center, resembled the essence of the issue, and I resembled you. Realize the web is for hollering and shouting, just lot Vili ladies. Yet on the off chance that there were just gorgeous models there ought to be nothing off about the party. You realize my man is letting me know that, like you realize, each third individual is some leader, got in the background, folks who I don't perceive. There's a quality of doubt encompassing Josh's activities, proposing he could have been careful about being recorded erroneously. Besides, the unconventional shortfall of men at a party solely went to buy ladies causes a stir. Anyway, the situation starts to get interesting as Josh, looking for the washroom, plummets a stairway just to end up exploring the maze and passageways of the manor. One's a room. It doesn't have a restroom in it. Whatever. Each room ought to have a restroom in it. Didn't that seems okay on the off chance that you're in this prison room each house? So I open an entryway, and there are a lot of men in here. Two things could have sounded off-putting to him. One, no restrooms in the rooms, and men in he rooms, and this isn't it. They were all lying around in an extremely odd way, and they're all similar to extremely like Romanesque, like laying about. And similar to extremely like sort of resting on one another, not actually spooning yet, like conversationally spooning. Great, you could be aware. Assuming two individuals lie like they are spooning, they should be a couple, yet two men spooning and appearing to be sincerely involved is fairly exceptionally unusual. It would nearly be the preface to a blowout. Yes, gracious, totally wow. It was so prefaced to an or that entire situation might have been enough for Josh to clear all questions that Diddy put on an act to welcome wonderful ladies, so nobody could find what was really occurring behind that pool loaded with ladies. Yet Josh didn't sit back quietly and, surprisingly, unveiled evidently that Diddy's after endlessly parties are something like uneasiness, since when you leave those gatherings the scenes torment you for your life, he said. Essentially, all that I have a plenty of issues, aren't we as a whole, as of now experiencing seething tension the encounters we do individuals want to do, like riding around in a convertible with a llama in New York. Also, Zeke additionally uncovered a nerve-wracking experience he had with Diddy. Following a pleasant night at his home, C took him out to a club anyway. The night veered off in a strange direction when they found that the apparently normal club was, truth be told, a somewhat plain gay bar, surprising them totally. So then you realize we go to the house, and afterward, he welcomed us to the house because you need to go to the club thereafter, right? I was okay. Cool. Zivit was clearly endeavoring to party and live it up at the club when somebody drew out into the open the way that the men there were kissing each other. Zite was paralyzed. However, he didn't really think about it until he saw another man moving BSTT in the club. She pointed over the corner. It's two fellows kissing you. Understand what I'm talking about. I'm like this and this, as well as indicated toward his truly horrible experience with Diddy when he got hauled into the party. That young lady, you are familiar, the young lady, I like better believe it, and everyone know except you realize expressing out loud. Whatever's going on, he resembles, you realize that his Satan man Diddy has the dauntlessness to get some information about the young ladies as well, and a while later show them the genuine show. That generally happens at his gatherings after that. He even told a particular story of Diddy saying a few words regarding Superhead, she will tape you with fingers in the goods, and I resembled what that mean me comped. So then at that point I return in the house, and I get some information about what is the purpose in talking about anything about whatever other individual when they are not in any event irritating you, yet this is Diddy, who generally shows himself as better than the more youthful rappers, and Zebit additionally conceded that right now Diddy could have had an episode with Superhead. He said, I surmise he got some earlier occurrence with her that he don't believe that no one should realize about. It was truly Cassie's new legitimate case that has exposed a few upsetting allegations against Diddy, her previous beau. As per the claim, Diddy is affirmed to have exposed Cassie to upsetting occurrences, portrayed as freakouts. These indicated occasions occurred in various lodging suites, remembering one at the Trump Global Inn for New York City. The claim makes serious cases proposing that Diddy organized experiences including Cassie and Mail, while he watched M and recorded the exercises. The authoritative report indicates that Cass was coordinated to cover herself in oil and partake in private demonstrations with different men on occasion while wearing veils and ensembles. So you feel like Diddy was having intercourse with JM. They must be for the two of them. They was in the room, right? She right? It's an oddity off segment. It expresses that the music chief, who she initially met as a teen, told her it would turn him on in the event that he saw her with another D. He purportedly employed a man and got him to his home Los Angeles to participate in the SE acts with Cassie. Mr. Brushes coordinated Miss Ventura to perform S acts with this man. While Mr. Brushes watched them, the claim states while he guided Miss Ventura and the man to do explicit acts. The whole experience endured several days. In her charges, Cassie attested that Diddy, while inebriated during an oddity off and around Walk 2016, actually attacked her by hitting her upside the head, bringing about a bruised eye. She nitty-gritty her endeavor to leave the lodging while he was sleeping, yet did he awakened, releasing in a tirade of shouts. As per her record, he forcefully got at her, held onto glass containers from the foyer, and flung them toward her. This brought about broke glass and passing them as she quickly looked for asylum in the lift to escape. Notwithstanding figuring out how to contact her loft, Cassie asserted that feeling of dread toward raising outrage provoked her to return, uncovering the difficult condition she looked in the relationship when she